So y'all just gonna make us wait 11 and a half years like it ain't shit or nothing, like it ain't over a decade. I mean, we did though. What's going on, everybody? It's the Granddad Woolly, and you are here again for another edition of Woolly Reviews Hip Hop Data. We got an album review today, and we're talking about the brand new album that just fucking dropped, an album that I've been waiting for 11 and a half years, god damn it. Too goddamn long. It is from one of the most legendary goddamn hip-hop groups of all fucking time. These niggas are back. It took them over a decade. I don't know what the fuck they've been doing. They've been doing shows and shit, and they've been, nigga, 11 years? Nigga, really? Nigga, fuck, don't matter. We here. We made it. Thank God. Talking about the new album from De La Soul entitled And the Anonymous Nobody. Now, for those who don't know, De La Soul is a very prolific, very legendary hip-hop group. They consist of Plug 1, Pasta News, Plug 2, Dave, and Plug 3, Maceo. And they've been doing work since the 80s. They was a part of Native Tongues with Tribe and Jungle Brothers. They done did a lot of crazy dope albums like De La Soul is Dead, 3 Feet High and Rising, Stakes is High, AOI, Bionics, and Mosaic Thump, and my personal favorite, and the one that got me into De La, The Grindad. And that was their last fucking album that dropped in 2004, and then, shit, these niggas didn't drop no official albums. They did some remixes, and they did some fucking features and shit, and they've been touring the world, and they don't care about us. They do, but they don't. I don't know what they did for 11 years other than that. You can make an album or 7 and 11 years, goddammit. But after all that time, they have finally given us a new official album, and this is the album that was created from the Kickstarter campaign. They raised over $600,000. God damn, I can't even raise $6. These niggas got $600,000. Y'all, with that amount of money, this album better be fucking crazy. I mean, 11 years and $600K, nigga, no fail, nigga. No fucking fail, De La. So now let's talk about And the Anonymous Nobody and see if this album is a fucking hot one like all the rest of the De La albums, or if this album should have just stayed anonymous because, nigga, the Kickstarter money didn't do a goddamn thing. Let's talk about the shit. So when I first put on the album and I tuned into the production on this project, I quickly realized that shit has fucking changed, and it has changed drastically. De La has really went to a completely different sound and style. When I first popped in this album, I was expecting like some Grindad level shit, like, you know, like hip hop samples, beats and rhymes, that shit, you know, the traditional shit, like the shit they was doing back then. But I realized that they switched this up and they actually did all this shit sample-free and live instrumentation. So technically, De La is really the producer on this album. They got a whole bunch of different musicians that come in and they just orchestrated the sounds and whatnot. So technically, there are no real producers on here. Now, they got people like Super Dave West who came in and kind of helped out with some things in here and there, from what I remember. And then just a whole bunch of other like musicians and artists from all around the world who are good at what they do. And they all came together, did a whole bunch of jam sessions, like hundreds of hours of jam sessions, and from that, they were able to craft out songs for this album. And I'm not gonna lie, y'all, when I first listened to this album on a production standpoint, I really wasn't feeling it at first, because I was like, I had to flush out all the old De La that I was like expecting to hear, the type of shit I was expecting to hear, and I had to just open myself up to this new style and sound that they had to do, which they really did have to fucking do because, like I said, with only the Kickstarter money to fund this album, like they didn't want to go through the whole sample clearance shit and do all that shit that they had to do because they didn't have a big label behind them. They were doing everything their own selves. So they said, fuck it, nigga, no samples. We just gonna make the beats from scratch, from instruments ourselves, which is fucking smart as hell. And they made this album sound a lot more livelier and just original and really fucking dope. And on top of that, they kind of play around with other genres too. There's a lot of rock influence on here, like hard rock and progressive rock, and I don't really fucking know, y'all. I'm not that great on the fucking subgenres and shit. It's like 80,000 subgenres of rock, but the shit sounds good. That's all that fucking matters to me. If it sounds good, I fuck with it. It grew on me. At first, when I heard it, I was like, I don't know about this shit, De La. You may have just pissed me off for 11 years for no reason. But as I kept listening to the album more and more and soaked into production, I realized just how fucking brilliant this album is on a production tip, just from the different types of sounds and what they just are able to marry together and just what they've done with it, and all completely sample free for the most part. So now let's see what De La has done with the rhymes on these beats that they've created and see if they just drop something just as unique and dope. Let's talk about it. Now when it comes to De La Soul on the rhyme tip, Pasta News and Dave are true MCs, true spitters, true lyricists, and they have got that same skill and charm. 11 years later, they ain't lost a goddamn step. I like Posthumous and Dave both. I can't pick one over the other because they just both have this unique, distinct sound and style and way that they flow that it matches up perfectly, but they also just have their own identities it's just like they're fucking like yin and yang, but it just fits perfectly. And on here, they're just giving you a little bit of everything from the braggadocious type of hip hop to the storytelling to the personal stories about their lives and what they've been going on for the past few years, and just a little bit of everything else in between. And I just think it's a really dope way that they can still be able to reinvent themselves and just sound fresh and revitalized after all these years. It doesn't seem like like I said, it doesn't seem like they missed a fucking step. After over a decade, it still sounds like they are just as sharp with their pens as ever. And when it comes to the features on this album, they're all just so wide range, just like the production on here, that it kind of just fits all together. And I got the list right here, y'all. Like, only Daylight can get all these motherfuckers on one album. So there's Jill Scott, Snoop Dogg, Rock Marciano, Estelle, Pete Rock, Justin Hawkins, David Byrne, Usher, Little Dragon, 2 Chainz, David Goldblatt, and Damon Albarn. And I think that's like one of the most wide range fucking feature lists I've ever seen, and only Daylight can do that shit. But they all come in and they just bring something very unique and quality to this fucking album. I mean, it's just like what they do on here just works perfectly. It's like they were just meant for the songs that they were put on. And I don't have any problems with any of the fucking features on here. I like every feature on here. I like everybody's placement on this fucking project. And as far as the project is concerned, it's like 17 tracks long. And it's got like, it's pretty much everything is a song, but some things are like short here. So it's sort of like a song and an interlude combined. But the album flows and smooths so well that it all just feels like one big musical presentation. It really doesn't feel like that these skits or interludes are skits or interludes. It just feels like it's an extension or a lead in to another song, which pretty much it is. And I'm not gonna fucking lie, y'all. When I first listened to this album, I did not really like it that much. I was like, yo, I'm not sure if I'm feeling this Daylight because it was so fucking different. But after like a good 4 or 5 listens and I really soaked in this album, I just realized how fucking brilliant and fucking dope this shit is. Like the fact that Daylight can just bounce in between different styles and subgenres and all these different sounds and just make it their own, but still just make it sound just new and revitalized, especially with them being around for so long, is fucking brilliant. I actually like the fact that they didn't go the safe route with this album and they really tried something new, and for the most part it worked. Now there are gonna be some songs on here that some people really don't fucking like. There's actually some songs on here where it feels like 2 completely different songs mashed into one, and it's like a song called Lord Intended, where the first half is like a hard rock song where Daylight's rapping on, but the second half is a complete rock song done by Justin Hawkins. And at first I was like, but as I listened to it a few more, that shit's fucking dope. Like, and that goes for a lot of other songs on here. And it's just the album that you gotta really just soak in and sit with to really appreciate how much is going on, because it's not your traditional hip hop album. It's just coming from De La Soul, who are just traditional hip hoppers, which is fucking dope. Now, you know I gotta give you my top 5 tracks, and this was fucking hard as hell, y'all, because I actually like every fucking song on this album, and I didn't even like all the songs on this album at first, but like I said, as I listened to it and it grew on me, this whole album front to back is fucking dope as hell. But I do have some extra super special songs that I really like the most that I can go back and play a good 2, 3, 7 times before I let it go to the next one, and they are Pain, Snoopy's, Trainwreck, Houdini, and Nosed Up. Okay, here we go. Let's bring it back. Now, Pain is actually the lead single, and it features Snoop Dogg. And I really like this song because the beat on here is really funky but quirky at the same time. It's got a really nice hook on there. It's like, pain don't make it better. I can't sing, but the fucking, if you listen to the hook, it's fucking dope. And the theme of the song is pretty much saying like, yo, you gonna go through some shit. You gotta go through that pain, but the pain actually makes things, it makes you stronger. It makes you better in the end, and it helps you learn from your experiences so you can actually grow and mature and not go through that same pain again. So pain is fucking necessary. It hurts like fucking hell. I'm not gonna lie, it does. But like once you take that pain, if you feel it again, it won't hurt as much. It'll still hurt, but not as much unless like you cold-hearted, then you don't give a fuck. But I'm getting off the point. Song is fucking dope. Definitely check that shit out. One of my favorites. The next song is Snoopy's, and this is gonna be a tie for my favorite song on this entire album. And the funny thing about it is this is actually my least favorite song when I first heard the album. But after, like I said, after I listened to it a few times, this song is quickly my favorite. And the reason why is because it's like 2 different songs mashed into one, but it's so fucking dope. It starts off with this real atmospheric, low-key type of just instrumental, and David Byrne, who's a singer from Ireland, I believe, kind of just takes over on that one. It's pretty much his nugget of the song, but he does it in this really weird but really cool fucking like tone and style, and it's sort of a rock song. But then right after that, the song and the beat just flips, and then Posdnuos and Dave come in, and they just I can't. It's just a fucking dope ass song. You gotta listen to this shit. Snoopy, I don't even know what the song's fucking really about. I don't even know what Snoopies are. I mean, but it doesn't fucking matter. Listen to the song because just the structure of it and the way it plays out and just bounces back and forth, it's just dope. And I like Posdnuos' verse. I like the fucking ending of it. It's just fucking dope. But as far as the song itself, like I said, it's just a very unique structure, way it plays out. And I like David Byrne's section on here. I like Posdnuos and Dave on here. And it's just like two great songs chopped up and then just smashed together, but done in a very dope and unique way. So definitely check that shit out. It's a hot one. The next song is Trainwreck, and the beat on here is really dope too. I like the vibe. It's just a real chill, low-key vibe. It's got a nice little cowbell, a little like flute type sound, I don't know, but it's just got a real jazzy vibe to it, but it's still a little funky vibe to it as well. And I like the theme of the song. It's pretty much about like you with a girl, and like she's pretty much a train wreck. Like, you know, you think that she all that, but then as you get into it, you realize that she a little crazy. She may ruin your life. Pretty much it's a train wreck on the way, and you need to just avoid that shit. Don't get involved with that shit. It may look good. Like, if it looks too good, it probably is. There's usually something wrong with it. Just leave it alone. Just never go for the highest level because there's always some fucking defect, and the train wreck is on the way, goddammit. But it's a dope fucking song. I like the fucking hook on there. Really catchy. And it's just, I mean, shit. I mean, just, it's a lesson to be learned. The next song is Houdini, and this is the other song that's tied for pretty much my favorite song on the album. And this one features 2 Chainz, and it's probably one of 2 Chainz' dopest fucking verses he's dropped in a long time. This nigga went back to Titty Boy. If you don't know what that used to be, 2 Chainz was called Titty Boy back in the day. And when he was called Titty Boy, this nigga was rapping like he's rapping here. But I mean, this is one of the fucking dopest songs. Probably one of the more hip hop songs on here. It's got a real just cool robotic breakdown in the middle. It's called like a dance break, but it's just like a really just unique fucking like way it breaks down between the verses, and they all just come in with just really solid verses. But 2 Chainz, I think, is the standout on there because it's just unexpected on how fucking dope he went in on this track. But he better at, goddammit, he was on the track with Daylight. He shouldn't have been fucking around, and he came in with a solid verse. So that right there just bumped it up for me. But like the song itself is dope. It's just like a pure fucking dope ass hip hop song, but it just got this little quirk to it that just really makes it just special. And like I said, 2 Chainz just went in on that one. Big up to 2 Chainz. He did his damn thing. And the last song is Nosed Up, and I like this song a lot. The beat on here is really funky. It's got a really heavy bass line on here, some horns on here. It just feels like some real jazzy, funky type stuff on here. But at the same time, it's got a real just dope throwback hip hop vibe to it too. And as far as Dave and Posdnuos, they come through with some really dope verses on here. And I like the theme of this song. It's pretty much talking about motherfuckers who just got their nose up and they think that they better than motherfuckers, or they think shit. But you know, they ain't really no better than anybody else. You just need to get the fuck out of somebody else's business and worry about your own goddamn business. But it's a dope fucking song. It's a real head nodding type track, and it just is a good song that leads right after Houdini, so it keeps that momentum going. And it's just a dope little set of that pure hip hop thing, and kind of just rounds that shit out. So it's a dope track. Definitely check it out. It's a hot one, just like all the other songs on this goddamn album. But that's my top 5, y'all. But honestly, y'all, like I said, I pretty much like every fucking song on this goddamn album. Every track, every just nuance of it, it just clicks to me. And the thing about it is like I didn't like this album that much when I first heard it, but like when I really just like let it soak in, like I said, it's like literally, it's just as dope as any other De La Soul album that we've ever gotten. It just sounds so different, and some people may be thrown off by it, but you gotta just open your mind and your ears, and you really will realize just how fucking dope these motherfuckers were able to create this crazy album. No samples, all live. They got so many different types of artists from all types of walks, and they just all came in and just did some crazy dope fucking shit. So my final verdict, I'm not saying that De La Soul and the Anonymous Nobody is a super dope, well-crafted, very unique hip-hop album that really ain't fully hip-hop. All I'm saying is that the beats on here are fucking crazy and so unique. They play with hip-hop, jazz, funk, rock, a lot of rock actually, and it just really clicks well once you soak into it and just get the idea and concept that De La was going for. On top of that, the rhymes on here are on point. De La has not lost a step. The features all come in here and chime in and do a great job. I like 2 Chainz on here. I like Snoop on here. Rock Marciano drops a crazy verse. I like Jill Scott's opening on here. She just really just set the album off perfectly well. And like an honorable mention of songs like Royalty Capes is dope. Like I said, Lord Intended is dope. PropertyToSpitKicker.com, Memory of Us. Like this whole album just has so many just fucking gems and charms that I just can't get to. This would be the longest fucking review of all time if I did. But basically what I'm saying is this whole album front to back is fucking dope. Let it grow on you. If you were a De La fan, you may be thrown off like I was, but trust me, listen to this shit enough and just see where they were going, and it's gonna click with you. And anybody else who has not listened to De La Soul album, check this fucking album out because it's a lot in here that you're gonna find something that you definitely fucking like. So all I gotta say is that for me, De La Soul and the Anonymous Nobody is 100% Granddad approved. Definitely go check it out. Cop this album, support De La. I mean, they did a lot of good shit with that $600K that we had gave them. So like, fuck, I'm happy with the little donation I put in because I felt like I got my money's worth, goddammit. And this is a dope album. I'm glad that they're back after this long time. And I know we ain't getting another album for another 11, 15 years. Probably not. So I'm gonna enjoy this shit like I did the Grind Day. I'm gonna enjoy it, but goddammit, just don't, not 11, 5, no, that's 7, fuck it, it doesn't matter. I'm not gonna get another, fuck it. Thank you for this, I guess. But I got nothing more to say. De La Soul and the Anonymous Nobody is Granddad approved, so go check out the shit right fucking now. Flip it. Alright y'all, that's gonna do it for today's video. Make sure you give me a thumbs up and drop a comment. Tell me what you think of De La Soul and the Anonymous Nobody if you've heard it. If you haven't heard it, you are seriously fucking up. This is one of my favorite albums of De La, and matter of fact, favorite albums of the year. This shit is just fucking dope, and it's dope because it's so goddamn different and unique, but at the same time, it's so damn De La. I mean, I just can't explain it. You just gotta listen to the shit, so do that shit right goddamn now. Previous video was on the side as well as my latest single. Check that out, show them some love. And as always, Twitter, Facebook, SoundCloud, Instagram, links in the description below. And subscribe. Button on the screen, button below, Woolly Reviews, twice a week, CDK studies as well. Check that shit out, and the gaming channel. And if you're into anything and you want your shit spotlighted, info below. And I got nothing more to say. So until next time I take my leave, Granddaughter, De La Soul, and the Anonymous Nobody, crazy good fucking album. Appreciate you holding it down after 11 and a half years. So next 11 and a half years, holla at me for a verse, at least that. Because I know we're going to be waiting a while. I'm out of here.